Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world.
Was Einstein right? Or was Einstein wrong? Is imagination more important than knowledge? Well, we're about to find out. The 21st century is going to be the most exciting era in human history. The next 20 years will forge into existence real-life wonders only dreamed about in the 20th century. Flying cars, humanoid robots, new forms of energy, scientific breakthroughs in medicine, materials, nanotechnology, quantum computing, and space travel. And at the center of it all, artificial intelligence. The new 800-pound gorilla dominating the thoughts, time, and energy of all the world's best minds. Will computers be smarter than any single person? Would they be smarter than all of us collectively? Current evidence seems to point to a likely yes. But what of intelligence? What does it mean for humanity to say that computers, and by extension their physical counterparts in the world, will be smarter than all of us combined? My name is Wylde Scott. I'm a children's author and founder of the Imagination Project. I believe Einstein was right. Imagination is more important than knowledge. In a future where everyone has access to all of the knowledge ever known at the touch of their fingertips, imagination becomes the most important skill known to humankind. Throughout history, imagination has always been the seed for creativity, progress, and innovation. It was never just intelligence or math or science that drove us forward, but a single spark that goes out into the vast universe and drags an entire generation into a new and exciting direction. Between 1900 and 1908, more than 500 car companies were formed in the United States, but only Henry Ford conceived the assembly line. What was it that sparked this innovation? Before that fateful day in 1903 when the Wright brothers flew their first airplane, humans had spent centuries dreaming of flight. Individual inventors and researchers had been working on different versions of an airplane for nearly 50 years. What was so special about that day on the beaches of North Carolina? There were nearly 300 years between the time when English scientist William Gilbert coined the term electricus in 1600 and when Thomas Edison invented the light bulb in 1879. What kept us in the dark for so long? At the start of this century, thousands of engineers in all of the best telecommunications companies battled it out for the ears of people across the globe, while Steve Jobs dreamed of an entirely new way of communicating. What was it they all missed as a failing computer company became the most valuable phone company in the world, and they all but disappeared? The answer is always the same: the imagination. The ability to draw an idea from the universe that for some reason has evaded the rest of us. There will always be intelligent people. But with artificial intelligence, there is an absolute guarantee that you are no longer the smartest person in the room. More importantly, what does this mean for humanity? Will this be the moment we become godlike? Or is this our Icarus moment? Will we fly too close to the sun? I believe we have the capacity to solve our most pressing problems through the power of imagination, even the problems we haven't created yet. I have never understood, with all of the immense power and importance of imagination, why we spend so little time developing it. Why is it just a footnote in the curriculum of primary schools around the world? Why do we fill the heads of toddlers with tales of Easter bunnies and Santa Claus, simply to tear it all down the minute they turn 6? Why is it not at the top of every list, in every house, in every school district, in every country on earth? Well, perhaps, as my good friend Victor Hugo wrote, it's an idea whose time has come. The future is here. It's happening right in front of all of us, whether we're prepared or not. It's moving faster than we ever thought possible. We are rapidly moving into the greatest transformation in human history. The ground will literally shift underneath our feet. Depending on where you're standing, the future may present itself as a world full of true abundance, or a terrifying dystopia? Will we wind up with Star Trek or the Terminator? None of the smartest people in the room can answer this question with any certainty. I think we are facing far more existential questions. How do we pursue the power of artificial intelligence with all of its potential benefits without losing our ability to think and imagine? If we never have to leave the house to satisfy all of our basic needs, what happens to human connection? The last 20 years serves as evidence of the urgency we face. The iPhone has transformed human interaction throughout the world. You can sit at a cafe and chat with people you barely know in any one of 50 countries. You can watch hours of entertainment or listen to your favorite music on demand. You can order food from hundreds of restaurants in your city or have products delivered to your house from companies across the globe. You can have cars pick you up and take you wherever you please, all with a tap on the screen. But what have we lost in trade for all of this incredible convenience? We have seen our literacy and numeracy rates plummet across all levels of education. While social media promised a more connected world, an entire generation reports being lonelier than ever. Rates of anxiety, depression, addiction, and suicide have all skyrocketed. What we are witnessing is the complete breakdown of human connection. As innovators, we may have delivered an abundant technology, but as a society, we missed the mark. In many ways, we failed to protect our most valuable resource, our children. What about our children? What will the future of our children be in the age of artificial intelligence? Here, we are facing a great paradox. As the world becomes more abundant and we have less need to entertain new thoughts and ideas simply for the sake of survival, the actual number of people inclined toward innovation will become smaller. At the same time, the complexity of our challenges as a species continues to increase. Even as we resolve the economic and logistical challenges of an AI-led society, we will still be facing a crisis of purpose and happiness, which at its core is the center of what we consider to be human. But this doesn't have to be all bad. We might just be living through the greatest period of creativity in human history. Just like Athens in the 4th century BC, or Florence during the Medici era, or the Paris art scene in the 1800s, we will see a flourishing of human capability. But all of this wonderful promise could hold one more advantage: the opportunity to return our childhood to our children and restore the human connection. All we have to do is use our imagination. Allow me to share one prediction with you. For human beings, AI will guarantee one of two potential outcomes. Outcome 1, depression and isolation as a result of technology, where depressed individuals stare into their screens, trading dopamine hits in return for control of their thoughts and actions. Or outcome 2, a world where individuals soar to heights previously thought impossible through imagination unleashed on the wings of technology breakthroughs. I'm just a humble children's author, but I have an idea. The answer lies within our imagination, within our ability to innovate our way through any challenge we create. Like Newton's third law of motion, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. If all of the brightest minds on the planet are collectively investing their time, energy, and billions of dollars ensuring the progression of artificial intelligence, what are the rest of us doing to make sure we are prepared for its outcome? My argument isn't that we turn off computers, roll back innovation, and return to another dark age. The answer is to build future generations capable of thriving in a world defined by speed, constant change, and infinite possibilities, both good and bad. We must redefine the very foundations of raising children to focus on building imagination and creativity while maintaining human connection. We are the architects of the world they will inherit, and we must not turn away from our responsibility. Our children deserve a world full of purpose, mental health, and happiness. I believe we're all up to this challenge, but we must start now. The world is moving too fast to wait. If you'd like to learn how to prepare your children for the age of artificial intelligence and preserve their connection to humanity, order my new book, Raising Dreamers, today. You can click on the link below or go directly to Amazon.com. I welcome you to join me on this journey. The future is depending on us.